What is good, y'all? New week, new 5 videos coming your way, and you guys saw the title, How to Become a Disciplined Trader, and I thought this was a good way to start off the week, and I want to do it in a different way, and I was thinking about this last night, and I was like, oh, this really makes sense, so I want to explain this in a lens that you guys will probably easily understand, and I'm going to do that through kind of fitness and health. Hear me out, it will make a lot of sense to you once I get the story going, but regardless, let's get going. And the lighting is really bright, so I'm just gonna kind of be in the golden hour today. But so you have two people, right? They both go out to lunch at the local burger spot. They both sit down, the waiter goes, what do you want? Both people, here, I'll name them Bob and Bill, right? So Bob gets a burger and Bill gets a burger. All right, cool. And then the waiter comes back with their drink, and then they ask, and then the waiter asks, do you guys want any extras with your burger? Bill. Okay, so we'll say Bill is the disciplined trader and Bob is the undisciplined trader, and I'm going to relate this to health. So Bob is fat as fuck. Bob is a fat ass and Bill is lean. And Bill goes, you know what? I'm good with the burger today. I'll just go burger and water. I'm all good. And then Bill over here is like, I'm eyeing down these cheese curds. Oh, these fries look good too. So Bill, what does he do? He goes and orders the cheese curds, the fries, and 2 sides of ranch. It's like an extra 1,000 calories, Bill. What are you doing? No wonder you're fat as fuck, right? So Bill orders these extra sides, and during the time, right, Bob might be a little bit jealous because he doesn't get to eat this food. He's looking at Bill, and he's just munching down these cheese curds, and he's like, what the hell, man? And then Bill over here is not really seeing any short-term side effects, right? He just enjoys his meal. He's happy. He's feeling all good. And then Bob is over here like, damn, man. But what is happening here, right? Bob has these good habits installed in his life. He knows if he eats that fries, cheese curds, ranch, over time, those bad habits will add up and he'll start to get fat as fuck like Bill, right? But Bill over here is just chasing that short-term gratification, right? He is like, I don't care, bro. It's just one time, like, nah, whatever. And he gets the cheese curds, and then they go back for lunch the next week. Bob does the same thing. He gets his burger, he's all good, and then Bill, he does the same thing. He orders these fries and cheese curds again, and he's building these bad habits. And he's chasing this short-term gratification. And during the day, right, you don't really notice a big difference. You don't get fat in one day, but over time, these bad habits compound, and flash forward a month, Bob is still fucking shredded to pieces. He's looking good. He's feeling good. Now Bill over here, he's gained 10 pounds. He's gained 10 pounds, right? Because he didn't realize in the moment he was chasing the short-term gratification, and he didn't realize the long-term effects because he was building bad habits. Now let's relate this to trading, right? We got same 2 people. We got Bob and we got Bill. They both take the same exact trade. They're both taking longs to all-time highs. It's a really good trade, and unfortunately, it just gets stopped out, right? It happens in trading. You get stopped out, I get stopped out. No one has a 100% win rate. They both take longs, and they get stopped out. Okay, what do you do now, right? Bob over here is like, okay, I realize that my system is profitable in the long term, and there's no reason to stress a loss because I know losses happen in trading. So why would I ever trip over a singular loss, right? It's not a good thing, but it is what it is, right? I understand this, and I learn from my loss. Okay, and I know I have these good habits installed, and I know long term, when I continue to stick to the system, I'll be good. But we got Bob over here. We got Bill. They both take the same loss, and then Bill is like, oh, fuck. All-time highs is such a strong draw, though. Like, I got stopped out, but I still want this. So, Bill goes in, he re-enters. He gets break even, and then he re-enters again. And what happens? Bill actually wins this trade. And he gets back to break even and a small profit on the day. Now, Bob's over here looking at Bill like, bro, what? Like, he broke his rules and he's doing better than me now. Same case scenario next week. This time, Bob and Bill are shorting to previous day low. And what happens? All right, Bob and Bill take the same trade and they both break even down it. And what does Bob do? Like he typically does because he has these good habits installed. Bob goes, damn, all right, I got break even on the day, and although I do want to see this previous day low get taken, I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna stick to my system because I know that's the only thing that will get me paid in trading. What does Bill do? Bill gets break even, and he's like, oh yeah, I mean last time I longed back to all-time highs and I got a profit on the day. But Bill this time, he continues to short. He continues to short to this previous day low. And what happens? It doesn't go his direction this time. And what does he do? He does not have these good habits installed, so he keeps going back in short, and what happens? Bill blows his account. Why? Because he had bad habits installed, and he thought that one time he got away with it, then he can just continue to getting away with it. And who's really on top now? We got Bob, who had to look at Bill, continuously profit and get back by breaking his rules. But who is really the one winning in the long term? Bob, the fucking GOAT. Bob is the one that will always be on top. Why? Because he built good habits and he sticks to a system no matter what, right? It's the same thing with food. You don't see the effects short term. One day you can be jealous of someone else because they're doing better, because they broke their shit. But in the long term, who is always going to be successful? Who's going to be successful? It's going to be the Bob. It's going to be the disciplined person. It's going to be the person that no matter the circumstances, no matter what anyone else is doing, they stick to the system and no matter what. So what can you take out of the story? And hopefully you guys understood that, kind of like a different way of explaining it with like kind of fitness, food, discipline, trading. Hopefully you guys could understand that. But I was thinking about this last night and I was like, I think this is a really good way to explain it, right? But like the emphasis on this video is, like, every single time you do things against your system and things that do not align and you know you are wrong, you are always going to give money back to the markets. Like, as I said, Bill, he was right one time. He got away with it. But what always happened? He will give that money to them. He will give back that money to the markets. Every single dime you make with a trade that does not align with your system, you will give back to the markets. That is not your money. And who will always win? The person that no matter what, like Bob, sticks to his shit. He doesn't get the extra cheese curds. He doesn't go back in trades even though he wants to, even though other people are. And he will always win long term. So, I mean, yeah, like I'm trying to think of any better way to put this. But guys, it's really a simple, it's as simple as becoming a disciplined trader is realizing that there's really no there's no other option, right? It's a choice. I can't teach. I can tell you this, right? I can tell you this different way of psychology. I can tell you this different way to be disciplined. But at the end of the day, it's a choice, right? Bill decided to go back in that trade and blow his accounts. Bob decided to be disciplined. It's a choice at the end of the day. I can tell you every single different way to put this, how to be disciplined, how to do this, but it's a choice. So if you guys can take one thing out of this video is, one, hopefully you guys understand that little story, but two, it's a you versus you game. Trading is a you versus you game, and the only way you are able to be on top long term is if you choose to make the right decisions day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. Yeah, I feel like I've said this previously, but if you can stick to rules for a week, doesn't matter. If you can stick to rules for a month, it doesn't matter. Because if you stick to rules for a whole month, good job, and then that month and 1 week you decide to go on tilt, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. It's a choice you need to make every single day, and it is a choice that you should highly think about because it's literally depending on your future, bro. Like, I know you probably have people depending on you, or people that you've told you got into trading, right? You told your friends, you told your parents, yeah, I'm gonna get into trading, I'm gonna hit my first 10K month. And you still make the decision, you still make the choice to go back in the trade, to over leverage, over trade. Why? You tell me, bro. It's a you versus you game, and you just have to realize you will end up like my buddy Bill over here if you do not start building these good habits and choose to not stick to your system day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. That's the only way you will see long-term success, and that is the only way you are probably going to be able to tell your parents at some point that you're actually making this shit work. Because I promise you, if you are not able to do this on a consistent basis and be disciplined over a long period of time, then it doesn't matter. your 1 week of good, your 1 week of good profits, just say goodbye. Your 1 month of green profits, just say goodbye if you cannot do it on a consistent basis. So at the end of the day, discipline is a choice, and please make the right choice to set yourself up to actually be successful in this life. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little analogy and different perspective of discipline trading and psychology. And yeah, so Monday, obviously I'll come out with a new video tomorrow, and this was just off a limb, like this video idea. I thought of it last night. So if you guys want to hear me talk about something, let me know in the comments. There's a very high chance I will do it. So please, if you want to hear me talk about something in the comments, say it. And in the description, TikTok, Instagram, and my Discord where I teach for free. Send in my draw on liquidity and do a trade recap, Q&A every single day in the Discord. Join that if you have not already. And of course, I am affiliated with Alpha Futures. So if you want discounts with them, code Jack will get you that. And last but not least, subscribe. I will see you goats tomorrow.